The push to legalize marijuana is now on the doorstep of Congress, quite literally.
Yeah, the first pot dispensary in the nation's capital now set to open this month. So will that nudge along efforts to decriminalize pot? ABC's Devin Dwyer is live in Washington with this one. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, John. Hey, Diana. Yeah, it's high times for pot enthusiasts here in Washington. The industry is planting a flag in the shadow of the U.S. Capitol.
Hello, come on in.
Under watchful eye, medical marijuana will soon for the first time go on sale here, a so-called wellness center just 8 blocks from the U.S. Capitol.
This is what we call the product selection and payment room.
These jars will be filled with multiple varieties of cannabis, and on those empty shelves,
vaporizers, water bubblers.
What about brownies, cookies, drinks?
Absolutely.
The dispensary in D.C. is illegal under federal law, which still bans the cultivation and sale of marijuana. But enthusiasts say a safe and profitable business here could help change lawmakers' minds. A recent Pew poll finds a majority of Americans, 52%, now favor legalizing the drug. Medical marijuana is already allowed in 18 states plus D.C. In Colorado and Washington, pot is now available without a prescription for recreation. President Obama told Barbara Walters last year he's rethinking federal prosecution of some marijuana users.
It does not make sense for us to focus on recreational drug users in a state that has already said that under state law that's legal.
The big question now for pro-pot states, will the Justice Department spoil plans for dozens of new dispensaries? Taxes and fees from weed sales promise to be a bonanza of millions in much-needed cash.
If this whole operation goes off without a hitch, you think it's going to send a message to lawmakers in Congress?
I think that lawmakers in Congress have received that message. They know that there are legal states where it has worked.
So far this year, 7 bills dealing with marijuana have been introduced in the House, including one that would end the federal ban. But all those face an uphill climb, which means for now, John and Diana, that new dispensary over on Capitol Hill is still at odds with federal law.
Now, isn't that interesting? Right underneath their noses and not knowing what's going to happen. So now once they set up shop, I guess the question is how easy is it going to be to get this marijuana in D.C. once the dispensaries are open and they're available for everyone?
Well, they say this is definitely not going to be a weed free-for-all in the Capitol. There's some pretty tight rules by the district. You got to be a resident here. You have to have one of the qualifying diseases. It's a very short list, like MS or AIDS. Then you've got to buy a license. You've got to get approved by a doctor. You've got to get it certified, pay an application fee. So I don't expect that we'll be seeing any marijuana sort of free-flowing through the halls of Capitol Hill anytime soon.
Devin, any concern that the Justice Department might try to crack down on these dispensaries?
Well, it's hard to believe. I mean, the Department of Justice headquarters is just 4 miles from that dispensary that we were at. General manager said, she's not worried about it, but we'll see what they do in the next few weeks.
I just want to open up the Dorito shop right next door to the dispensary.
And the brownie shop right next to the Dorito
Yeah, we'll retire. Devin Dwyer, thank you.